What's up, everybody? Today we're working on both of these Yamaha Raptor 660s. They're both 2006. Seller said he let them sit for a few years, and he let them sit with race fuel that's ethanol free. So we'll see how the carburetors are. And it started leaking from the carburetor, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and see what's going on with that leak. Also, it was leaking from the clutch cover. Some oil right here. You can see. I went ahead and I ordered a new clutch cover. It already got here. And this one right here, for some reason the guy told me it wasn't going into neutral, but it turns out this reverse lever was stuck open, so it was actually going into reverse, and I guess he thought that was first gear. So he was trying to find neutral from reverse and first, if that makes sense. But I ended up taking this cable off and it spins now, and it ends up going into neutral. It doesn't go into reverse by itself now. You have to actually turn this. And also the clutch doesn't engage, but it moves right here and you don't feel it engaging. So I don't know what's going on with that. I meant to say that I ordered the gasket for the clutch cover, not the clutch cover itself. And I ordered new oil filters. This one has some tape right here that says do not start, no oil, for some reason. I'm guessing they really looked into it and they probably thought it was the transmission. For whatever reason they thought the whole time it was that. These things are all original except the handlebars, and the exhaust has a Pro Circuit exhaust. They both have Pro Circuit exhaust. This one's missing the grab bar. I already ordered one of those. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get these things fired up. I paid $2,500 for both. So I don't know, however you want to put it, $1,500 for one, I guess, and $1,000 for this one. However you want to put it. I ordered a new clutch for this one also, since it wasn't engaging, and I'm gonna basically have to clean 4 carburetors because they each have 2 of them. Do a little walk around for you guys before I start working on them. They're pretty clean, just really dusty. This seat is ripped out, or a new seat cover for it. These front paddles are basically brand new. They still got the little thing sticking out. Still has original tires. They're both really clean. I'm gonna start working on it now. I'm gonna take apart this clutch cover. I'm not gonna crank it over because it has no oil, and I don't want to pour oil since I'm gonna have to drain it anyways. I don't have a way to wash it back here, so I'm gonna just blow it off with this leaf blower right here. It's better than nothing. Never mind, it's not even doing anything. I guess I'm gonna just have to take it off like that as is. Basically, to take off the clutch cover, all you gotta do is remove these cooling lines, and then you gotta remove maybe this clutch cable. You gotta remove the heel guard, foot peg, the brake lever, and these Nerf bars also. It looks like they're mounted onto the engine. And then you remove all the little bolts and it'll slide right out. Make sure you drain the oil first, but this one says it has no oil, so I'm good right there. The oil, might as well just see how it looks. It sounds pretty empty. It's got a little dot right there. It's dripping down, a little dot. It's basically empty though. These covers, a whole bunch of cooling is just gonna come flying down, so make sure you have something to catch it. This one's a Phillips. All right, now that I got these hoses off, let's take off the heel guard and the foot pegs. It's a 12mm. $10mm and a Phillips. This Phillips looks like it's pretty stripped. I'll just loosen it right here from the back. Gotta take that bolt off right there to remove these Nerf bars. I believe it's a 17. It's at a weird angle. I think it has a nut on the other side, so I gotta hold that with a wrench. I got the bolt off, the nut off. Let's just be able to. I should just be able to get the bolt off now. The nut's off. Bolt is kind of weird to get off because as soon as I start getting it off, it'll hit right here. So I might be able to just unloosen the Nerf bars from the foot peg and everything will just be able to come off. This should be able to rotate a little bit. It'll give me room to work with. This should just come right off. I might be missing a bolt actually somewhere. Let me figure it out. I think it's connected to this actually. To this and this spring right here. Maybe. No, it's not. I think this is just blocking it. Turns out it's this little brake line right here that's holding it back. I'm gonna have to remove this right here. These two bolts to remove the whole cylinder. Little cylinder. Heel guard, I just pulled it out and it came out of the little slot right here. So I can just leave it right here and I don't have to remove this thing. Now I just have to remove this brake lever. You gotta remove all these little springs and then the brake lever just slides out like that. Gotta remove this thing right here too. So you do have to take off this brake right here. Makes things easier. It's kind of hard to get off though for some reason. just gotta get this spring and pull it out. Basically. So guys, basically everything's in the way. I got the Nerf bar out of the way too, as much as I could. I think it'll come out right there, but that bolt, you see how it's hitting right there? Should be enough though. Cover could slide out right here. I just gotta remove this clutch cable. All you gotta do is engage it, basically, and then slide it out to there. I gotta do it with both hands though. I'm trying to do it with one hand. Just like that. And then unscrew from here, these two, or just one, and it'll slide right out. It should be like a 12mm. You see, I have a 13 right here. Yeah, it's a 12. The 13 did it. There you go. Now you just need 8mm bolts for the cover. And it'll come right out. But I'm gonna probably spray it down with some brake cleaner so it'll be cleaner. Alright guys, that's better than nothing right there. Just dry it up with a little rag. And there. The reason why I'm not washing it is because if I did want to wash it, I'll have to push it for a good amount of mileage. Not really a mile, probably like a little bit less than half a mile just to wash it. I don't want to scratch the frame. Look how clean that frame is. I probably got to put a rag right here and then I'll be able to loosen it without scratching nothing. Design is a little bit weird. I can't get to those bolts with the wrench, with the ratchet I mean. And what I'm gonna have to do is just remove this skid plate so I can reach it with a regular wrench from underneath and take it off from there. It's just 3 bolts to remove the skid plate, some LF bolts. Now I can remove those now with a wrench. clutch. That thing looks burned. Yeah, these are stuck together. Yeah, this thing smells burnt too. That's why I wasn't engaging. I got the new ones in this kit right here. It was pretty cheap. It was like about 50 bucks. It's brand new. Comes with new springs. And also comes with a gasket. Basically, I just have to let these things soak in oil. Everything's there soak in oil. And then I gotta clean up all this residue of the gasket with the razor knife. And then I gotta be careful with this O-ring right here. I already inspected these gears. They're not cracked or nothing. They're in good condition. And then I have to clean where it seals also, make sure there's no gasket around there. Clean it with a razor knife and then clean everything with brake cleaner. And yeah, I'll be ready to install. Just let this thing soak in oil. I got the clutch plates installed now. I just have to put everything back together. I got it installed. Basically, I just got to put all the bolts back on now. So let's take a look at this other one now. I already checked the oil. It does have oil. Let me see. Show you guys on camera real quick. It's got good oil right there. and supposedly it does have race fuel. I turned on the gas and it started leaking from the carburetor. Watch. Right there, turn the gas on. It starts leaking. I'm gonna crank it over though and see if this thing will start up. That's crazy, this thing fired right up. I guess I just have to see why it's leaking from the carburetor. It's probably leaking from the bowl or something. I gotta put some gasket maker, new gasket. That's what it looks like. So on this other one right here, basically I just have to redo what I just did on the one that I did the clutch on, but I just have to swap out that gasket. So I'm gonna just cut to it and get that done. I checked with my finger, it doesn't even smell like oil. It just smells like fuel. So it's just fuel mixed with all this grease or whatever, you know, mixed with dirt and sand or whatever. So I might be able to get away with not doing the gasket on here. I'm gonna just do the carburetor real quick and then take it up front and give it a wash and see if it still leaks. It shouldn't leak. I'm guessing it's just gas, since it was leaking a lot from there. It had like a little puddle on the skid plate or something. That's what it was. And back to this one over here. It's still doing the same issue for whatever reason. I pulled the clutch and it's really easy to pull. And I even double checked everything before I put it on. So I'm not too sure what's going on in there. If you guys know, let me know in the comments so I could fix this thing. To remove the carburetor on these Raptor 660, you gotta remove the front plastic and then remove the gas tank. And then you have access to the carburetor from up top. The gas tank is just 3 bolts, 1, 2, and 3, and it just comes off. There you go, they're both carburetors, and basically all you gotta do is slide the air box a little bit back. But first you unbolt these two, you slide it back, and that'll give you room to pull them out. I'm trying to figure out where this thing's leaking from, but this thing actually stopped leaking. I don't know, like this. It sounds like that because I don't have the back of the boot connected. Let me rev it. Actually, I don't have the throttle connected. I gotta rev it right here with my finger. The throttle's right here. Yeah, it's not even leaking. Yeah, I got all these boots disconnected. That's why it sounds a little bit weird. guess I could put everything back together now. I took it apart for no reason. It's not even leaking at all no more. It's pretty weird. And after that I'll go test drive it just so you guys can see how it runs. Leave a link down below in the description. Alright guys, here it is. Let me know what you guys think down below. And also on the other one, I'm gonna have to do a part 2 on it when I find out what was wrong with it. Let me know what you guys think about it, and let me know if you guys know what's wrong with the other one. That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll be posting some other content, and also I'll be doing ATV and motorcycle giveaways soon, so stay tuned. Have a nice day. Here it is, guys. That thing actually ran really good. I basically didn't even do nothing to this thing. I took the carburetors off and they fixed themselves. That's crazy. But on the other one, I need help. I'm not sure exactly what's wrong with it. I already took it apart like 3 times and I'm still not sure. So if you guys know, let me know down below. And that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll be posting similar content, and also I'll be doing ATV and motorcycle giveaways soon, so stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe. Over here test driving the quad in the middle of nowhere, and I found a big old mailbox right there. It's like 10 feet tall. It's crazy.